Hello and good morning to all brothers and sisters here at BF Dhamma Hall, main hall, as well as to everyone else, all brothers and sisters on Zoom as well. Welcome everyone and Happy Lunar New Year. I hope you've had a wonderful Chinese New Year so far. I see a lot of people wearing red. It's very nice to see like a sea of red. Yeah, lots of good luck here as well. Okay, so before we start, I'll just run through the program outline for today so you have a gist of what we're going to have. Yeah, so there's going to be 3 segments for today's program. We will start off with our opening puja and then taking of 3 refuges and 5 precepts. We will ask Bante, our speaker, to lead us on that. And then we'll also be having a guided metta meditation, followed by a Dhamma talk. And the topic is on how to receive blessings in life. So this will be very apt for the start of the new year. And then about 10:55 or so, we will then move into the next segment, which is the offering of requisites to the Sangha. And we aim to end this by 11:45 so that Bante can go for his lunch before midday. And the last segment would be on wish making on the well-wisher street, where we will then invite you all to pen some words of gratitude and reflection for yourself or your loved ones before we end and close the program for today. So that's the gist of today's program outline. So because of the packed lineup of activities today, and also to try to take in mind Bante's lunch time, so there will not be a Q&A session for today after the Dhamma talk. So this is just to give you a heads up, right? So so let us now start with Araham. Okay. So may we invite all to be in Anjali position. Let us first do our salutation to the triple gem. Okay. So Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantam Abhivademi. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami. Upatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Sangham Namami. So today we are very privileged to have Bante Phra Goh Chun Kiang to give us a talk on how to receive blessings in life. So Bante took Bhikkhu ordination in 2008 in the Theravadan tradition of Thai Dhammayut sect at Santi Forest Monastery in Johor, Malaysia. He was trained at various forest monasteries in Malaysia and Thailand from 2008 to 2012. He is currently the religious advisor to Buddhist Youth Network, Singapore Polytechnic Buddhist Society, and Nanyang Polytechnic Buddhist Society, and has conducted meditation classes at various Buddhist societies and organizations, including Gong Meng San, Bo Guangshan, Mangala Vihara, Nibbana Nada Dhamma Raka, Palilai Buddhist Temple, as well as Buddhist Fellowship, for whom he is here today. Yep. So may we invite Bante in Anjali position. Let us all get into Anjali position to welcome Phra Goh. Good morning, Bante. Welcome. Warm welcome to you. May we request the 3 refuges and 5 precepts for you to lead us on that? Yep, sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start off with the 3 refuges, 5 precepts. How many of you haven't taken these 3 refuges, 5 precepts before? All taken? Okay, then it should be no problem. So you just renew only. So no problem. Okay, so we're starting off with the homage to the Buddha. So I will chant this Namo Tassa 3 times. Then after 3 times, then you follow me. Then you repeat. Okay. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, so now it's taking on the 3 refuges. This one I'll chant line by line and you can repeat after me. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Isarana gamanang nitritang. Your reply, ama pante. Okay, so that means this ends the taking of the 3 refuges. Okay, so now it's the 5 precepts. So similarly, I'll chant line by line and you can repeat after me after each line. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvāda veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surameraya majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Imani pancha sikkhapadani samadhiyami. So this means you've taken the 5 precepts. Silena sukhatinyanti, silena poga sampada, silena nibbutiyanti tasma, silang visodha ye se sadhu. Okay, so please have a seat. So this ends the 3 refuges and 5 precepts. So it's very important to start this to have right view. Now it's the meditation portion, right? Okay. So before we meditate, we need to have this right view first. Now, what is this triple gem? Now, what are we taking refuge for? Huh? If not, if we do not have a reminder of this triple gem and we just meditate, and people have all kinds of objective, all kinds of agenda. Some people may think, okay, meditate so that I can fly, or meditate. No? You can have all kinds of things you see in the comic books. Okay, so what we are doing is find a comfortable sitting position. Make sure your back is upright, body relaxed. Okay, so bodily we adjust, yeah, and physically make sure there's no tension, relax. And mentally we also adjust, align with the objective to purify our mind. Right? Since we've taken the triple gems, so I've taken refuge in the triple gems. That means we are the Buddha's disciple. So Buddha's disciple means must follow the Buddha's teaching. You cannot say I take refuge in triple gem, but I like to kill, I like to steal. So like contradicting what the Buddha teaching. So there's this cultivation process. So meditation, we find some inner peace first, since the mind is the forerunner. Mind is the forerunner. So we try to find this inner contentment, and it will manifest in our physical actions, in our speech, and also vice versa. What you do in your life will affect your state of mind. So the Eightfold Path is together. You cannot say, oh, I can meditate, I sit, but afterwards I go out, I curse and swear, and I do all kinds of things. No, it's a holistic package. So what we are doing now is a bit of mental exercise. We are going to feel the sensations of the body. We call this mindfulness of the 4 elements, mindfulness of the body, contemplations. So these 4 elements are the earth, fire, wind, and water elements. Nothing mystical about them. They're just categories of sensations. So the earth element represents any hard and soft sensation. If you identify them, okay, you just wish them well and happy. So fire, also same thing, warm and cold. Wind is any kind of movement, fast and slow movements. And water, moist or dry. So any sensation you feel that arise, you wish it well and happy. No need to control it, no need to deliberately generate them. We are not training to be some airbender. We are just understanding the nature of the body, mind and body. So when they arise, we wish them well and happy, no clinging, no pushing them away. This is a very active process. It's a real-time observation. You detect something new, well and happy, detect something new, well and happy. So there's an ongoing process of right thought. And every time we generate a new wholesome thought, this is called right effort. When you have loving kindness, you wish all the sensations well and happy. We are reducing aversion, reducing anger. A lot of time when people want to meditate, they have this problem. I want my mind to be still, so they force the mind. So a lot of aversion, a lot of coercion. So we are not doing that. We are making peace with all the sensations. So in Buddhism, it's about understanding cause and effect. You apply the right cause, apply the right thought, and the effect will be the mind calming down. Yeah? So that's the byproduct. Keep generating thoughts of loving kindness for every sensation. Treat them as a passerby. So that's how we sort of welcome the new year. Yeah? So I wish all of you Happy New Year. And you yourself have to wish all these sensations well and happy. All this phenomenon come, it can be a pleasant feeling, it can be unpleasant feeling. In the new year, the same thing. Every time, different kinds of scenarios appear. Yeah? It can be a good scenario, unpleasant scenario. So we have to accept them and make peace. So in order to have a happy new year, you need to have this right contemplation. So we start off small, within the confines of the body. So the more loving kindness you generate, the calmer the mind should get. So no matter how peaceful, how calm, treat them as byproduct. Keep focusing on generating loving kindness. Okay, then now we train how to have a boundless loving kindness. So we wish all beings in all directions, above, below, and all across, may they be well and happy. No need to push your attention and let your mind extend naturally by itself. No need to deliberately imagine anything. We have no idea how all these sentient beings look like, all the species of insects, all the unseen beings. We just let our mind expand and it will encompass all the sentient beings. However far the mind wishes to extend, that will be your universe. And within that field of attention, we pump in more loving kindness. So whatever sensation you detect, near or far, large or small area, we do the same thing, wish it well and happy. So the whole idea is not to let the mind idle. Once we do nothing, that will be the time before we go to bed. We do nothing and the mind will daydream. So there must be continuous effort to apply right thought, not the forceful kind of effort, but repetition. And the more skillful thoughts you have, the calmer the mind should get. So this is the paradox of thinking, skillful thinking. And we can maintain this peace or maintain this calmness by generating more thoughts of loving kindness. Cause and effect. A lot of meditators, once they have nice, peaceful feeling, they just stay there. And that's it. They use up all the fruits and they forget to plant the seeds. And eventually all this peace will disappear, will dissipate. We just observe this calm and peace as a byproduct. And the emphasis is generating thoughts of loving kindness. And once the mind is relatively calm, that should be the basis that you can introduce some insight, some wisdom into the practice. And we are going to reflect that all these sentient beings, all phenomena, all dharmas, all sensations are impermanent. They arise and they pass away. So no need to over-imagine, 10 years down the road, so and so will pass away. We just observe here and now sensations, how they arise, how they pass away. Every moment. And this one requires two-factor authentication. So the first factor is you need to observe your personal evidence, real-time observation. Second factor is you need to reflect. It means you need to mentally repeat or think that this is impermanent, or this is changing, this is arising and passing, whatever label you're comfortable with. All this time, there's lots and lots of changes, but we don't reflect, so we don't convert all this impermanence into wisdom. If you're on the right track, if there's detachment, there should be either inner peace or inner joy. Huh? And whatever emotion that arises, same thing, treat them as a byproduct. We continue to tread along the path and observe impermanence. Okay, so before we conclude the session, I just like to quote from this Karaniya Metta Sutta, right, that if we were to maintain this boundless loving kindness, be it standing, sitting, walking, or lying down, then this is the highest conduct. Yeah, so with that in mind, we can gently open our eyes. So formally, we may end the meditation, but informally, we are still meditating. Huh? All right, so we wait for the rest to slowly come in or settle down. Yeah, so good morning and Happy New Year once again. So today's topic is on, let me see.
How to receive blessings in life.
Okay, all right. So is this considered share screen already? Ah, okay. Wow, got double. Okay. How to receive blessings. How many of you receive blessings like every year for Chinese New Year or New Year, whatever it is? Never. Only one person. 2, 3. Okay, so because you do not know, right? That's why you attend this talk, right? Is it? Right? Okay, so since you do not know, I will try to explain some concepts, how to receive blessings. So what is blessings anyway? What are blessings? So there are a few kinds of definition. So you have to be clear, what is blessings first. So the first kind is what people will go to temple to ask for. Ask for this protection, ask for divine kind of favor. Some people pray for 4D numbers and that kind of stuff. Yeah? So this is one type of this blessing. And the second type is we count our blessings. Anybody grateful for anything positive? Only a few people grateful. The rest not grateful. Okay, so that means if you have nothing to be grateful for, that means very few blessings. Yeah, very few blessings. Cannot count. Some people are countless. They don't count. So by counting our blessings, that is also a kind of blessing. That is also a blessing, right? And the third kind, giving permission. If let's say like somebody wants to go and get married, they get blessings from their parents. So it's you give blessing, you give approval. So there are various kinds of blessings. So today we'll be talking more on probably the first kind. The first kind. Because you invite me here, so I talk about this divine thing. Yeah, you all know what is gratitude already, so I don't have to mention too much. Okay, so, oops, there is a picture. Okay, so there are many things people ask for favors, divine kind of favors or divine kind of protection. So there's this particular sutta. So the Buddha lists the top 5 favorite. Top five favorite. First one, long life. How many of you wish for longevity? 长命百岁. Huh? Only a few people. The rest, never mind. Yeah. You contemplate on impermanence and death really so well until, never mind, let go, no problem. Huh? So, okay, so this for the first kind, only 2 people raised their hand. Okay. Second, beauty. Who wish for beauty? Also 2 person. Yeah. Okay. Looks like. Okay. So looks like this list is outdated. Huh? Okay. I thought Dharma is normally timeless, but this one is out of time already. Okay, then the third one, happiness. Okay, all right. Majority want to be happy. There are few who doesn't want to be happy. Okay, then number 4, status. Who wants like status? No, high status, high class. Nobody. Okay, all meritocratic society, equality. Okay, then the 5th one, rebirth in heaven. The rest aim for where? Come back to earth again. Or want to go Nibbana. Or also high expectation. Okay, all right. Okay, so this today's topic is a bit pointless already. Okay, so I shall move on. Okay, but anyway, these are like common rituals you might see if people go to temple. If people go to temple, like monks doing chanting or sprinkling of this holy water, sometimes tying strings, sometimes giving holy objects like amulets, statues, whatever, beads, and so many external rituals. Many external rituals. But this ritual itself is not a magical formula. Yeah? There must be right intention on both parties. And the monk giving the blessing and the devotee receiving the blessing. What is their intention? Like earlier mentioned, if some people just want for 4D and good luck, then that may not be the right kind of intention. That is not the kind of blessing that the Buddha is teaching. Yeah. So when the monk is chanting something, like we do this parita chanting, protective verses, protective chant, what we are chanting is actually the Buddha's teaching from the suttas. Right? And these suttas we chant are not magical formula. Some people listen. They do not know what we are chanting because we chant in Pali language. How many of you study Pali language? Only one person. Okay. So the rest probably have no idea what, if let's say you haven't read any translation of these 5 precepts or the triple gem, you have no idea what we're chanting, right? You have no idea. Yeah? So same thing, if we start to chant longer discourses, longer teaching, you have no idea what we are chanting. So some people will be sitting down there, okay, doing magic chant. So we listen, then my good luck will increase. Yeah, so you listen, then you think the monk giving magic formula. Okay, so that's not the case, right? So we are actually giving, right? This discourse, reciting the discourse. So ultimately, the real blessing is only if you take up the teaching. If you take up the teaching. Right? It's just like if, let's say, a person is sick and they go to the doctor. They go to the doctor and the doctor prescribe them medication. Maybe take this pill 2 times a day. 1 pill 2 times a day, for example, after meal. Right? So that's the instruction from the doctor. And the patient, very hardworking, lots of faith in the doctor, go back home and start chanting. Take this tablet 2 times a day after meal, then chant. So this is what happens in Buddhist community now. So lots of chanting, but no application. Yeah. So real blessing is you must apply. If you really take the medication, follow the practice, follow the instruction that's stated in the teachings, then there's the blessing there. Right? So this is not coming from me, right? So this one actually from the sutta, right? The 5 things, the top 5 list, wish for long life, beauty, go to heaven, whatever. If you just pray for it, it won't just happen. It won't just happen. It will not manifest. In Buddhism, everything is cause and effect. You must do the actual thing, then the result will appear. If just by wishing, just by prayers, and it will come true, then you're more powerful than the Deva. You're more powerful than the Deva. I wish for wealth, then wealth appear. Then you're more powerful than the Deva already. So that's not how it works. So if everybody can just pray and have what they want, then the world will have no more poverty, no more suffering. So like in our meditation earlier, the same thing. We wish all beings well and happy. The hospital still filled with patients. So what we're actually training is training the mind to have peace. We are not changing the external condition. We cannot change the external one. So if let's say a person want to practice generosity, want to help somebody, yes, they are doing action, they help some external thing, but internally, are you still at peace? So the cultivation is on these both ways. Okay, so it's mentioned, it's not fitting for a disciple of the Blessed One to ask for this, ask for that, and expect it to appear. So you have to understand, right, the path of practice leading to the result. So you must know the cause and effect. So the Buddha is not teaching superstition. Ask you, okay, you just pray to me, then you get what you want. So you need to know what are the cause and the conditions. Okay. So this one, I'm sure everybody is familiar. This concept of karma, or some people pronounce as karma. So you must spell with double M. You spell with single M, you get a totally different meaning. Okay, so there are few things in this shorter discourse of karma. So the first one is this short-lived or long-lived. We talk about longevity. You want to have short life or long life? So this one is taught in this sutta. So if you want to aim for long life, then the teachings in there. Then how about health? How many of you wish for good health? Okay, so these are more practical. There's now the health industry very expensive. Okay, so people wish for good health. So the teaching is also there. And how about this ugliness and beautiful? If you want to be beautiful, the teaching is also there. Some people say cannot change. Can change. Can change. Still can change. Okay. Then the next one, status, influential or not influential, also there. Poor or rich, low born, high born, low or high intellect. So the teachings are there. So I go through one by one first. So first is this lifespan. So earlier on, you all take the precept, right, to abstain from killing. So this is the blessing already. If you abstain from killing, you are creating the causes for longevity. Okay, we remove all other secular factors. There are lots of mundane factors. Some people may pass away, due to maybe poor living lifestyle, poor lifestyle. They smoke, they drink, they do all kinds of harmful things, harmful activities. Then naturally, the organs all start to fail and stuff like that. So this is mundane condition. If let's say you are living in a very, very healthy lifestyle, everything okay, your checkup okay, medically okay, but two person living the same healthy lifestyle. One person can live long. The other person live the same lifestyle, stay under the same roof, do the same activity, but die early. So in this context, then we talk about this karma. And there's this unseen kind of force which you've done long time ago. So this one is lifespan. So this is more on the spiritual aspect. But if I talk about mundane aspect, anybody knows how to live long, right? You go see, consult a health specialist, a fitness specialist, and you can improve your way of life, right? So these are circular kind of methods. So now we're talking about spiritual one. Okay. So the way to live long is to avoid killing. If you want to live short, then you kill. Okay. Health is about the same. That means a person gets sickly easily is because they harm being in the past. Or sometimes even this lifetime. Then some of the karma might fruition faster. So this is the karmic aspect. Okay, how about beauty? Some people say cannot change, right? Can change. There is this thing called inner beauty. Inner beauty. Okay, no matter how is your appearance now, you can do an experiment. You look at the mirror, you frown versus you smile. Which one better? The smiling one will be better, right? So this one will be natural inner beauty. Don't need to spend so much time buy beauty product. So this one save you lots of money. So this one, one of the 11 benefits of metta, loving kindness, is that it will beautify your facial expression. Beautify your facial expression. So if a person has loving kindness, don't get angry easily, don't have bad temper, so that is itself a kind of beauty, right? So anybody who stays with someone, doesn't matter is it a family member or a partner or whatever it is, you get to know, right, their habits, their behavior, right? So any negative habit like anger and frustration will cause you to want to stay far from that person. Not attractive, not an attractive quality. So if a person want to talk about beauty, you have to tone down. Tone down. Okay, then next one is influence. How to be influential. Start more social Instagram account or what? Be an influencer. Okay, no. And that is mundane method. So even if a person have lots of followers in their social media account or whatever media they are doing, if they have, let's say, a certain scandal, then all this reputation all gone also. Yeah. So influence is also about character. Character. If a person, is respectful, show veneration to those who are worthy of veneration, then naturally, right, the others will also emulate. So in modern leadership workshops, also they mention this. If a person want to be a good leader, first they need to be a good follower. They need to know the ropes of the trade. If they do not know what the followers are doing, how to give instruction, whatever instruction they give, the followers cannot follow, and it's not possible to do. Right? So the respect comes from first, one having respect to the relevant leaders. All right, so this is the influence part. This one, wealth. So we wish people 恭喜发财, right? So how to strike rich? So later, I think you'll be doing this practicing dana. So this is one of the conditions of sort of investment, a spiritual kind of investment for the future. You have no idea when this wealth will ripen. So this is the karmic investment. But if you want a more practical, here and now kind of investment, the Buddha did teach businessmen how to make money. You'll be surprised. Buddha teach businessmen how to make money. First is there's this Vagyapaga Sutta or the Digajanu Sutta. How to save your money. Don't anyhow spend on vices, drinking, gambling, and so on. Have a right livelihood. Invest your money wisely. Many, many teachings, many, I don't want to go to detail. So you can search that up. So this one is more practical. But if you want to talk about following all the instruction, but you don't have the good luck, your business still fail because of this one. Because in the past, never do enough charity. So a person need to have an all-rounded kind of wealth. But even talk about the Dhamma, the inner kind of Dhamma. If you practice giving, immediately you let go of selfishness. So that one is the immediate kind of wealth. If a person's not contented, very, very selfish, no matter how many digits you have in your bank account, you still feel not enough. You still want some more. But if a person is very contented, even though they are very less, they still have enough. You still can share, no problem. So they are very happy. So we are talking about this inner wealth. Inner wealth. So very important. Okay, and next we have this status, similar with influence. If a person wants to talk about being in a rich class or poor class, high status, low status, whichever kind of cultural context, society context, same thing. It's got to do with respect. You respect those who are worthy of respect, right? Your elders, whoever's leading this place and so on. And that will be the cause for good status. Okay, and eventually, I don't want to take up too much time. The last one is on discernment. If a person wants to be smart, you need to ask questions. Unfortunately, today's program, they don't allow Q&A. So you need to delay your good karma for intellect next time. That means you have to come for more session. Then you need to ask the speaker's question. So this is the last portion. So with that, I will end my sharing. All right, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Bante. So we'll go into the next segment of our program for today, and that is to offer requisites to the Sangha. Okay, so let us now invite Bante to come out again, but let's get into Anjali position to welcome Bante once again for the second segment, which is offering of requisites to Sangha. Let us pay respect to Bante again. 3 bows. So we'll now start with offering of requisites. With Ellie Suryani, Chinese New Year hamper ropes and requisites. Kim Fuini, ropes and requisites. She'll be represented by a representative, as she's not able to be present here today. Adi Tama Unggul with 2 sets of ropes and requisites. Joycelyn Yeo with ropes and requisites, which will be represented. Kim Kok Hui with ropes and requisites. So maybe the next person after can stand by. Annie Rostian with ropes and requisites. Gentle reminders, I call out your name. You can wait for the requisites to be put on the table in front of Bhante before you take your 3 bows. Okay. Offering robes and requisites to the Sangha. Mariani Lim. Memory of late Mr. Lim Yung Lee with robes and requisites. Next, also robes and requisites will be Mr. Upo Rodrigo and Madam Hasanti Rodrigo. A take with robes and requisites, offering. The members here, feel free to share in the rejoicing by saying sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So next, Quack Wei Li with robes and requisites offering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. In robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Lam Wing Hong and Pan Shi Xuan with robes and requisites offering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Zep Lim, robes, requisites. Should be represented. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brother Chua Chong Jin, on behalf of Brother Dudley, with robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brother Chongjin is also representing Yo Im Seong and Chua Siu Cheng, Philip Chua Ban Road and Chua Chong San, Kathy Chai Min Fang and family, Chen Xiang Min and family, as well as Shen Yan Wu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, we have Sister Catherine Tam with robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sister Ivy Wong and Brother Ken Wong with 2 sets of robes and requisites. So sis and brother will be represented. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. In person herself, Sister Catherine Wong with robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brother Wong Ming Mao and family, 2 sets of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sister Angie Ng with robes and 1 set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next we have Lee Ing Ing with 1 set of robe. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have Sister Janice Ng with 1 set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Followed by Sister Jocelyn Aquino Shanetta with 1 set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we have Sister Joss Tan with 1 set of robe. Represented. Sister Karen Lee with 1 set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next we have Sister Noor Mariani with 1 set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we have Sister Shishran and Brother Lam Wing Hong with 1 set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have Susanti To with 1 set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Followed by Suyantito with one set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have To Yu Cho with one set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have Sister Yogagnio with one set of robes. Sister? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And Sister Ginny Heng with one set of robes. An earlier one was representative. This is the actual Sister Ginny. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we will go on to the offering of robes, offering of requisites, my apologies, for participants via Zoom here. Okay, so we will have a representative to help to offer the requisites. Starting with Sister Adeline Kwan with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next will be Chong Ing Neo with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sister Sharon Ko with one set of robes and requisites. This is a representative. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next will be Brother Ko Tong Ju with one set of robes and requisites. So, this is the representative. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ibun Hui and family with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next we have Liu Mui Kin with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, we have Brother Rex Sim with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next will be Sister Susan Yap one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Tan Chia Yi with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, we have Tan Ki Seng with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we have Brother Vince Chan with 3 sets of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Xu Li Ming with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Chan Sok Ming with one set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next up, it will be Sister Jane Tan Ai Hua with one set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And next, last but not least, on Zoom will be Sister Cheryl Goh with one set of robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next up, we have additional ones who have just come in this morning. A few more to go. So we have Brother Stephen Hassanuddin with one set of requisites, robes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sister Abigail with one set of robes and requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next, we have Brother Welly with one set of requisites. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Padisiddhya Etavata cha ampehi Isampadang punya sampadang Sabbe Buddha anumodantu Usaba sampadisiddhya Etavata cha ampehi Isampadang punya sampadang Sabbe sata anumodantu Usaba sampadisiddhya. And eventually to all of you all, Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata sabba buddhanupavena sada soti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata sabba dhammanupavena sada soti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata Sabba Sankhanupavena Sada Soti Bhavantu Te. By the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, may all the guardian devas protect you. Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Bhante. Thank you so much for the Dhamma talk, leading us in the meditation and also sharing of merits and blessings. Let us all give 3 bows in respect of Bhante as he takes his leave. Thank you, Bhante. Okay. So now we are at the last segment of our program. This is the part where we would like to express our gratitude and also send well wishes to our loved ones, including ourselves, of course. Yeah. So we will have our PROs going around to distribute to you some pen and paper, and we would like you to then think of someone or something that you are grateful for. So a couple of announcements. I'll just go on and share the announcements as we try to resolve the technical issue here. We apologize, we are unable to project the slides. So just spare me a few moments to hear me out in terms of the upcoming activities that we will have lined up for you for this month in February. So next week, we will also be having the CNY Celebrations, and we will have Sayale Sujata to give a talk on something similar as well, how to receive blessings in life. So that will be for next Sunday, and service will start at 10 a.m. So for those who are planning to come, please do remember to register again through Eventbrite so that you can come on site at BF West. And then on the 20th of February, we will have Dr. Ang Beng Chu in person here to talk on the topic of, are you really happy? If I could just request for your attention for the next 10 minutes or so. And also, if you would like to have a discussion, may we invite you to do it in either the pantry or in the main office. Okay. So next up, 27th, which is the final Sunday of February, we will have Ajahn Kimavaro. He will be giving a talk on flowing with life, how to deal with uncertainties. This will be a pre-recorded session, so you can join via online as well. So that wraps up for the list of activities we will have in the month of February. Yep. I think once we manage to resolve the technical issue, we will then flash it up. Okay. So just in the meantime, I'll just read out and share with you. And then next we have for the BF youths, next week on Saturday, 2 to 5 p.m., we will have BFY flower arrangement. You know, next week is coming up, Valentine's Day. And then followed by the 19th, we will have how determination helps in career success. And finally, the last week of February for BF Youth, we will touch on managing healthy relationships. So if any of you are interested in these topics, feel free to register and come on Saturday, 2 o'clock. And for BF Junior Youth, if you have children aged 13 to 16, Saturdays at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., we will have a topic on emotions and my body, followed by next on the 19th of February, where do feelings come from? And 26th February, overcoming fears and anxiety. I think these are very relevant topics for those who are of the age 13 to 16, and it's on Saturdays, 3 to 5 p.m. Great, so that wraps up for all the various talks that's being lined up. And then we will have the Dhamma Foundation course. This is like the season 2, okay? And this will be starting on the 26th of February. It's every Saturday starting at 2 p.m. and is held at BF West here. So for those who are interested, we still have some places left for on-site here. Do register via the website listed here, tinyurl.com/DFC2Dhamma. So this is only for pre-registered participants. So do sign up to be able to get into this course. Okay. Next, we have for those who would like to do yoga, we have at BF East, and that is at Orion Building. This is at near to MacPherson MRT station. Every Tuesday, 7:30 to 8:45, we have Yin Yoga, led by Sister Chrissy. She's been teaching this for many years and very good as well. Next. Last but not least, remembering Bante's speech about receiving blessings, and one of them is on generosity. We would like to invite you to help us build our Dhamma home together and consider doing dana. There are various methods for you to do your contribution. You can refer to the 4 methods listed over there. Can either via PayNow through the QR code or do the bank transfers. All this information, you can find it in our BF website. It's Dhamma Home.
bfdhammahome.org.
bfdhammahome.org. In that website, it will share with you what we are trying to do, and that is to build our own Dhamma home, and also the various dana opportunities that you can consider, various ways to contribute, either in terms of contributing bricks or the Dhamma hall.
Rooms, Sangha rooms, pillars, whatever you choose, or just cash.
Yes. All contributions, whether big or small, we'll be very grateful for your help. Okay. Yeah. So I think that wraps up our session for today. I hope today's talk has been very useful, helpful for you. Yeah. So I wish you. Yeah. I ask first. Anything else? Yes. Okay, so let us all go into Anjali, and then we'll do end of service dedication before we close. After this, also I just wanted to make a short announcement that you see some of the decorations at the back and also at the well wishes. Feel free to take photos if you like for remembrance, memories. Okay, this is for special Chinese New Year. With the end of service dedication. I dedicate the merits which I have accumulated to the cultivation of my mind in order to bring happiness and benefits to all sentient beings. I dedicate the merits to my parents, children, spouse, relatives, friends, colleagues, and my adversaries, wishing them long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. May we never part from the triple gem, and may we always walk the path towards enlightenment. Closing homage. Let us pay respects to the triple gem. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddha Bhagavantam Abhiwa Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sangham Nama Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for coming today.